Children, how are you? Our chapter alternating current is going on, and in the last module we have seen AC circuit containing capacitance, AC circuit containing inductance, resistance, and we saw that what are the phase difference in between EMF and current in resistance, in inductance, in capacitance, that we have seen. So remember all those points, because again we will use here. So dear children, be ready? Yes, शुरू करें पढ़ाई. Ready? Now, today we are going to do resistance and capacitance. Resistance and capacitance in series. So we are going to see, it is called RC circuit. So we see here, this is called RC circuit, in which resistance and capacitance are in circuit. Dear children, see, this is capacitance, this is resistance, and we are connecting it by an alternating current source of EMF E. The value of E is equal to E naught sin omega t. You know very well. Is it clear? Now, the applied EMF is equal to E naught sin omega t. This is our equation first. Is it clear? Now, current through R, here is R and here is C. The current through both the R and C will be same. Current is same because both are in series. Is it clear? We know very well that when all the elements are in a single line, then current is same. We can say here, so I is same here at every instant, and the potential difference across C and R. The potential difference across C and R, here say potential difference, here VC, that can be write here I of XC. Here the potential difference VR, so I can write I of R here. So the potential difference across R would be, that is IR, and across capacitance would be, that is VC, that is equal to I of XC. Is it clear? Now, so now if we draw a phasor diagram for this RC circuit, then I can draw like this. Dear children, I can say VR is in phase with I. VR is in phase with I. It seems that when the resistance is in circuit, the EMF and current both are in the same phase. So I can draw a diagram here. Here say our OX, and here it is OY. Along OY, suppose I am taking a vector OP that represents R. OP represents R, and along OY, along OX say, or we can say this is X, मान लीजिए this is X and this is Y generally. So along OY, suppose the vector is OQ. Here this is the vector is OQ. It is represented by VC. As I told you, when the resistance in circuit, both current and voltage are in this direction. So I can say VR is in phase with I, while when the circuit contains VC or capacitance, so VC lags behind I by a phase angle 90 degree. this is. So here VC is lagging behind lagging behind I by 90 degree. तो जो वेक्टर है यहाँ पर OP represents VR. The vector OP represents VR. Here we can say OP represents VR, which is in phase with I, and the vector OQ represent VC. This vector OQ represent VC. Is it clear? So this represent VC, which lags behind I by 90 degree. So the resultant of these two vector, इसके parallel vector यहाँ बना लीजिए. This one vector, this one, another vector, this one. So here is the resultant vector. Say it is K. So you can see here OK is the resultant vector, and the angle here made by is phi. See like this. OK represents the resultant of VR and VC. OK represent the resultant of VR and VC. The vector OK represents the resultant of VR and VC. Here is VR and here is VC. Okay? The vector represents the resultant of VR and VC here. That is the applied EMF E. I can say this is E. Is that clear? Now, the resultant of E by Pythagoras theorem, I can write here E is equal to VR square plus VC square. E square is equal to VR square plus VC square. So I can say E is equal to under root of VR square plus VC square. Here. So dear children, write here the value of VR, that is I square R square plus I square XC square. If we take I common, I may be taken common here. So here would be R square plus XC square. So E comes out to be this one. So with the help of I can write here I बराबर E upon R square plus XC square. Again, this equation resembles with our Ohm's law equation, that is I is equal to V upon R. So denominator of this equation resembles, say it is a resistance of this circuit RC. This is called impedance. So the term under root of R square plus XC square, the term this represents the effective resistance. It represents the effective resistance. This represents the effective resistance of the RC circuit. So it is called capacitive reactance. It is called capacitive impedance. Capacitive impedance. So this we can write here Z of C. So ZC represent here under root of R square plus XC square. So dear children, this is a phasor diagram and this is the impedance here. So I can write here Z of C is equal to R square plus XC square. We know the value of XC is equal to 1 by omega C, or I can write 2 pi FC. So this is called impedance of the circuit. And with the help of this diagram, if I want to find out tangent of phi, again you draw here, say this is OX, here is OY, this represent here is R, this represent here is XC. So we can say the resultant of this parallel vector इसके बना दीजिए. This is here is K, this angle is phi. So I can say here the impedance is equal to under root of R square plus XC square. This is P, this is Q. So tangent of phi, if I want to write here, you can write tangent of phi. हम जानते हैं बच्चों, what is tangent phi? That is perpendicular upon base. It is our trigonometrical relation. So now tangent of phi perpendicular upon base. So perpendicular is, this is xc divided by r. So I can write phi is equal to tan of inverse xc by r. I can also write xc is equal to 1 by omega c. So also I can write tan inverse 1 by omega c r here. This ZC which we are using here, it is effective opposition offered by the RC circuit. It is the effective opposition. It is the effective opposition of RC circuit. This is called effective opposition of RC circuit. It is clear? So this is RC circuit, dear children. Write down. Children, just we saw RC circuit in which we have seen the impedance of the circuit and phasor diagram. So in this phasor diagram we can see that what is going on here. The current leads by the voltage. So I can write here the value of current here would be I is equal to I naught sine omega t plus phi, and earlier we know that E is equal to E naught sine omega t. So here this is the phase difference in between E and I here. Is that clear? Now dear children, we saw a different circuit contains resistance, inductance, capacitance, then LR, then RC. Now we are going to take AC circuit contains AC circuit containing inductance, capacitance, and resistance. All three are there. Inductance, capacitance and reactance, all are there. So just we draw the figure here. Say this is the inductance, here is capacitance and here is the resistance. It is being connected through an alternating source of EMF. Say E is equal to E naught sine omega t. And all are in series. So I can say here the current in all the elements remains same. So the potential drop across inductance, across capacitance and across resistance we are going to find out. This is called LCR circuit. This is called LCR. Now the applied EMF which we are using here, E is equal to E naught sine omega t. This is our equation number 1. The applied EMF here which we are using always, E is equal to E naught sine omega t. Now let at any instant of time t the current in the circuit is say I. At any instant of time the current flows in the circuit is I. So the potential drop across L, that is VL, that is I into XL. Similarly across capacitance it is I into XC, and across VR it is I into R. So these are the potential difference across L, C and R respectively. So write down this. Now we are going to find out. Draw the phasor diagram here. we know very well when the resistance in circuit, now VR is in phase with current. VR is in phase with current. But when inductance is there, the VL leads by I. VL leads by I by an 90 degree. By an 90 degree, while that of VC lags behind by I by 90 degree. These all things we know. The VC lags behind I by 90 degree. So now I am going to draw a phasor diagram for these three elements. How it is, let us see. Dear children, we can say this is along x-axis. Here is y and here is y dash. Along x-axis, suppose it represents the vector by OP, as always we are doing. That OP represents VR, where the current and voltage both are in phase. While that of vector OQ, that represents VL, that is leads by this current by 90 degree here. And at last when VC is there, so we draw a vector here VC by say OS here. So we can see VC lags behind I by 90 degree. This is here 90 degree. Now, so dear children, this is the vector diagram of this representation here. VR, this is VL, here is VL, this is Y. So VR, VL and VC representation is here. Now, if I want to draw phasor diagram here, so I can say it is something like this. Draw a diagram here. Say this is our x-axis, this is y-axis, and here is y dash. This is O. The vector represents OP here, which represents by VR. And the vector which we are taking here, suppose this vector is, here it is VL and here it is VC. If VL is greater than VC, then resultant of VL and VC, that is VL minus VC, and that is equal to VL minus VC, that represents by OT. If I suppose here VL is greater than VC, VL is greater than VC, so the resultant will be VL minus VC, which is represented by OT. This represented by OT. So this vector OP is here, OT is here. Just to draw a parallel vector here to this, that is VR, that is VL minus VC. So according to the triangular law of vector addition, this is the resultant vector. And this resultant vector is represented by E, and the applied EMF makes an angle, a current, with current that is say phi. Now, so dear children, I can write here, you draw a parallelogram here, this is like this. So draw this diagram, the representation here is VL minus VC, this is VR. So I can say the VL minus VC, it is along this direction and VR is along this direction. So the resultant of all the three, that is, apply Pythagoras theorem here. So I can write here E square is equal to V square plus VL minus VC ka whole square here. This is the E square here. If I take a square root here, I can find out that is V square plus VL minus VC ka whole square. put the value of VR, VL and VC. E comes out to be VR स्क्वायर की जगह रखिए I स्क्वायर R स्क्वायर प्लस I इंटू XL माइनस I इंटू XC का होल स्क्वायर. I square may be taken common here, so I can write I square R square plus I square may be taken common, that is XL minus XC का whole square. So I may be taken common here, that is equal to R square plus XL minus XC का whole square. This is equal to E. So here we can find out. Here we can find out I comes out to be E divided by under root of R square plus XL minus XC का whole square. Here. So this is the value of I here, or again this equation resembles with our Ohm's law equation, that is I is equal to V by R. So denominator of this equation represents impedance of this circuit element L, C and R. So I can write here that is E by Z. I बराबर E by Z here. So I can say here this term in the denominator, that is equal to R square plus XL minus XC का whole square. Or I can write under root of R square plus omega L minus 1 by omega C का whole square. This is the impedance here. Write down. So this term Z is equal to this term represents ये वाला जो term represents resistance of the circuit. This term represents the resistance of this combination of this circuit, and it is called impedance. It is called impedance of the circuit. It is called impedance, that is represented by Z. So dear children, for a numerical point of view, I can write here that is R square plus omega 2 pi f L minus 1 by omega, that is 2 pi f C. That also I can write. So here that is R square plus this one, and I can write like this. So this phasor diagram just we draw here, जो हमने बनाया बच्चों अभी phasor diagram. The phasor diagram also show that in LCR circuit the applied EMF leads the current applied EMF leads the current I by an angle phi. So we can say with the help of our phasor diagram the equation of the current that is lags behind. So I can write here I is equal to I naught sin omega t minus phi, that is of tangent of phi. If I want to write here, first you see that how it comes. Current lags behind with the applied voltage. This is our circuit. Here is this is applied EMF. So this EMF lags behind, this current lags behind with the resultant EMF by an angle phi. That's why it can be represented like this. This is our VR. So with the help of our phasor diagram, again you apply a trigonometrical relation. Tangent of phi is equal to perpendicular upon base. That is equal to VL minus VC divided by VR. So I can write omega L minus 1 by omega C, divided by VL is equal to omega L minus VC बराबर 1 by omega C, or first you can write here XL minus XC divided by R. If you put it here, IXL, IXC and IR, I cancel. So I can write this. Then here you can put, this is omega L, this is 1 by omega C, and here is R. Say. So these are the different formula which will be used in the numerical side. Now we can see here three different cases. Now we can see in three different cases. First one, when omega L is greater than 1 by omega C. In the first case, when omega L is greater than 1 by omega C, then I can write tangent of phi is equal to positive. So phi is equal to positive. It means that EMF leads the current I. It means that EMF leads the current. EMF leads the current by an phase angle phi. This is called inductance dominated circuit. ऐसा जो सर्किट होता है बच्चों, that is called inductance dominated circuit. This is called inductance dominated circuit. Similarly, in the second, when omega L is less than 1 by omega C, such condition occurs, then you can write tangent of phi is equal to negative. Then phi is equal to negative. It means that EMF lags, जब ऐसा होगा EMF lags behind the current, EMF lags behind the current by the phase angle phi. In this particular case, when this thing happens, I can say EMF lags behind the current by a phase angle phi. This is called capacitance. This is called capacitance dominated circuit. This is called capacitance dominated circuit. And in the third case, where I put omega L is equal to 1 by omega C. In the third case, if I put omega L is equal to 1 by omega C, it seems that when XL is equal to XC, XL is equal to XC. Yes. So in the third case, when tangent of phi is equal to 0, then tangent of phi is equal to 0, so I can say phi is equal to 0. So EMF and current both are in phase. EMF and current both are in phase. Both are in phase. There is no phase difference in between current and EMF. This is called non-inductive circuit. This is called non-inductive circuit. Is that clear? So this is the different type of circuit which we can use here. So dear children, so you saw just a series circuit containing L, C and R. Is that clear? In which we have found out the phasor diagram, the impedance. Is that clear? So it's all for today. Okay.